okay, that you see in Chicago and some major US cities. These were constructed by Africans without payment. They did it without remuneration. They did it while living in conditions worse than conditions of a pig. Trump's father and grandfather, great-grandfather, came to the United States illegally. They came out of European prisons and were given two options. You either stay in Europe in jail or you go to the Americas. And that's the only freedom you can get. They opted to sail to the Americas. This land, North America, does not belong to white people. It belongs to indigenous Indians, the so-called First Nations. So don't buy this BS of Musk and Trump that somehow they own North America. They don't. They don't have more rights to North America than Africans. So if they can claim North America, Africans have the right to claim North America because they built it, okay, with their blood. So I was talking about South Africa and Kenya's position vis-a-vis South African liberation and freedom. During the struggle for apartheid, Kenya supported the white supremacist apartheid system in South Africa. Kenya did not contribute 1 cent towards the South African struggle. Kenya gave refuge to South African Boers, the whites who are oppressing South African blacks in South Africa. Kenya did not join Tanzania to train, to give logistical and material support and military support like the frontline nations, countries like Zambia, Zimbabwe, and after Mozambique became independent, Mozambique, Angola. No, Kenya did not participate in that. Kenya undermined and subverted the liberation struggle in South Africa. And don't think South Africans have forgotten that. South African blacks have not forgotten that. And please don't give me this nonsense about, look how they are treating us. They call you Makwerekwere in South Africa. So why do you need to go to South Africa to be called Makwerekwere when you can stay in your own country and build it? You don't have to go to South Africa. You don't have to go to the US. You don't have to go anywhere. We can build our country and make it more prosperous than South Africa. And South Africans who are calling you Makwerekwere are just as illiterate and retrogressive like Raila Odinga or William Ruto, because they also do not like other Africans. They prefer white people and Indians. Look at the deals, the scandals that they are perpetrating in Kenya. Who is it that they're doing it with? Adani. Adani is not an African. He's not a South African. He's an Indian. Jayesh. That's not an African. That's not a South African. Another Indian. And many others. To them, Kenya is just a ground, a fertile ground for exploitation. And where are they taking all the money that they have stolen from us? Dubai. The United Arab so-called republic or whatever it is kingdom. These people who, even as we speak, are supporting Trump's plan of ethnically cleansing the Palestinians from Palestine and taking them out so that Trump and them, the billionaires, can build a Riviera on Palestinian land so that they can make billions. They're not even satisfied with the one they have stolen. So in other words, Raila Odinga represents the worst of the worst in the entire world, the scum of the earth. So what does this defeat mean? And why am I happy about his defeat? Raila Odinga's defeat means money cannot buy you everything. That's number one. Okay? And we must underline this. Okay? Real power does not come from money. The first thing is this: the brain. Essentially, I've been able to defeat Raila Odinga, and I don't have the billions. I don't have the platforms they have. I don't have the power they have. But I have this, which they cannot take away from me. I've been posting, I've been lobbying, I've been deconstructing, I've been exposing Raila Odinga 24/7. I've written to all the presidents of Africa. I've written to everybody that can hear. I've exposed him on all platforms. And by the way, my X platform alone reaches more than 20 million people every day. Okay? So don't underestimate the power of communication. If you are committed, this is another meaning of his defeat. If you are ideologically clear, if you are completely committed, if you are focused like a laser beam, if you are consistent, if you are truthful, if you have integrity, and if you are fearless, you will succeed no matter the amount of power they put to challenge you. That's what we have demonstrated. We have demonstrated to Ruto that yes, he may have guns, yes, he has zombies, he can command bloggers and muzzle men to abduct. Yes, he has the National Intelligence Service. Yes, he has a lot of billions that he has looted and plundered. Yes, he has the ability to fly all over the African continent and abroad. Yes, he can bamboozle and he can try to threaten and intimidate, but in the end, it is truth that prevails. You can do all these other things, but in the end, truth prevails. All right? So that's number two. Lesson number two. Lesson number three. The record that you leave behind, the record of evil doing, the record of betrayal, the record of retrogressive politics perpetrated consistently and persistently by these renegades, by these bandits, must and will be punished today, not in the next generation. So impunity will and does not fly. People thought, who are you? You don't vote at the AUC. Only heads of state vote there. You are going to fail. You are just bitter. Well, the fact of the matter is that we did prevail. The fact of the matter is that the small man matters. The fact of the matter is that in the end, people will remember and will see in good time crooks versus righteous people. They will be able to distinguish them. And the moment they distinguish and they find out that one is a crook, they will not support that, the majority of people. Of course, you still have 20 states that supported Raila Odinga. It doesn't matter. In the end, who surrendered? Who was defeated at the AUC? It was Raila Odinga. It was not Mohammed Yusuf. It was Raila Odinga. But who was bamboozling us all over with private jets that cost 8 million per hour? It was Raila Odinga. Who took 300 plus, lunatics to go and dance in Addis Ababa and play music, Lingala, and go into 5-star hotels, and try to impress the world with their ridiculousness? It was Raila Odinga and William Ruto. Where did that take them? To the dustbin of history. Okay? Just like it did to Uhuru Kenyatta when Uhuru Kenyatta tried to sell Amina Mohammed. So whether Uhuru Kenyatta, whether it is Ruto, whether it is whoever, impunity will not prevail. Number 3, if Raila Odinga had managed with Ruto to win the AUC chairmanship, they would have been able to create a myth and mythology around Raila Odinga. The enigma, the rubbish, a person who never succeed. When